As you heard, former Amabutho leader Zihogozelanga Mgilija Nhleko will be buried in Nongoma today. The 72-year-old died at a Richards Bay hospital on Monday. He led the regiments during the planting of the Amazulu King in March, and eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is there, and she joins us now live. Lethiwe, very quickly, tell us how things are going there in terms of people coming there to mourn the Amazulu leader.
Well, Maseko, at the moment we are at the Nhleko homestead where family and friends and those who are very close to Lethiwe Mdlija Nhleko are slowly making their way. We believe the funeral will get underway shortly. But just a bit of more information about Lethiwe Nhleko. He was the leader of Amabutho. He famously led Amabutho during the funeral of the late Amazulu King, King Zwelithini. But at the moment, I'm actually joined by his brother, Ubabu Seth Nhleko, just so that he can tell us more about Ubabu Mgilija. He was very well known around South Africans, and of course, he was famously known for leading Amabutho. I can see you in your attire this morning. Just a bit more information about Ubabu Nhleko. What kind of a brother was he? What kind of a father was he?
Greetings to you, greetings to everyone, viewers at home. Thank you for having me. On behalf of the family, firstly, before I say a few words, we wish to convey our sincere condolences to the family. And we want also to salute to His Majesty, the King Misuzulu, Zwelithini Kapeguzulu, for losing one of his senior regiments. To Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who's the Prime Minister of the Zulu Nation, and also a very important leader in the royal household. And we also want to pass also words of condolences to the KwaZulu Usuthu Royal House, which is led by Dr. Khumalo, for always supporting our brother while he was still doing his functions as Induna Amabutho Gazulu. Thank you.
In terms of the kind of person that he was, can you please just tell us more about that, and also the kind of leader that he was, because he was well known for leading Amabutho?
Some will say he was unpredictable. You pose a question to him, he throws you back. But he was always joyous, in a joyous mood. He was always trying to give you his attention in terms of you must know when you're in front of him as Induna, you must know you must have respect in yourself, because he respected himself very, very, very well. So he was a very kind person. Sometimes you will think he's a bit tough, but he always wanted law and order in terms of Amabutho protocol, because he represents all the rest of Amabutho, and he needed to be an example to the rest of Amabutho, because he's not just representing himself, he's also representing all Amabutho from different chiefdoms. So it was a higher post that he was serving, and it was the greatest honor that King Zwelithini Kapeguzulu appointed him to lead the KwaZulu regiment, of which he carried his duties with greatest honesty and with greatest energy, always full of respect for the KwaZulu royal household.
Now, we understand that Ubabu Mgilija unfortunately passed away on Monday following a long illness. Just a bit more information about that.
Basically, Mr. Mgilija, as popularly known, he was like, he fell a bit sick sometime around the end of last year. His life started to deteriorate around the end of last year. Then he was okay. Then later on, we did find out that after he had problems and issues with the royal household, more especially Umkhandlu Wasosuthu, led by Honorable Dr. Khumalo. So, and just after the passing of His Majesty, he was deeply, deeply touched. He was deeply, deeply touched by the passing of His Majesty. It was the first time I saw him crying. So after that, I think that's when everything got out of hand, because he was saying now it's like they don't have a leader. Now anyone will take advantage of them. He felt hopeless. He felt like they don't have a head, and of which that thing, I think it somehow it is the main thing that didn't sit well with him, and he didn't swallow it well, and he kind of like lost hope. But later on, we found out that it was affecting his life as well.
Now, Babu Nhleko, there's also been some controversy with the royal family. A few months ago, we heard that Babu Mgilija Nhleko was removed as the leader of Amabutho. Did this also contribute to his health?
Yes, you see, like, when you are leading the regiment, more especially under was Zulu Royal House, it's everything expected to do it to perfection. So he was not perfect. So he's a human being. Sometimes some will see some mistakes, and sometimes even himself he will see that I made a mistake. So, but more importantly, when he took his trip to eNCA, to visit his friend, former President Jacob Zuma, I think that's where everything went loose from there, yes.
Now, in terms of the preparations for the funeral, we've seen the program, and we are seeing that there will be some members of the royal family that will be speaking during the funeral. Does that mean that we will be getting the faction from the King Mrs. Zulu faction or the other royal house members?
That I wouldn't know, because that is royal house politics. The Nhleko family would like to distance themselves completely from such politics. But definitely, most definitely, you might see a few people from different royal households, because there's actually about 6 royal residences in KwaZulu-Natal. We have Waketa Royal Palace, we have got Dlamahlahla, we have got Wakhangela Mankengane, you have got Linduzulu, you have got Usutu, then you have got Ulundi. So definitely you might see a few heads coming in. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Yes, we'll see. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
So, Masego, that was the family spokesperson, the Nhleko family spokesperson, Ubabset Nhleko, just basically sharing more information about his brother and what led to the deterioration of his health. He is making a mention that after losing the late King Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu, his health did take a knock, and also just sharing that for now they do not know which faction from the royal house will be present here at the funeral. But as you can see from behind me, preparations are well underway, and we can expect for the funeral to start in about an hour's time, because I am seeing a lot of people arriving, friends and family arriving at the Nhleko homestead here in Nongoma.